When is it a little alarming for you to receive a gift? Is it ever too soon to receive a gift?
Absolutely not. You should come with a gift.
Ladies and gentlemen, they say that 70% of men who travel abroad for dating feel more respected than when they date women in the U.S. Man, okay. I mean, I think some of that can be a cultural thing, you know what I mean? Where people are just raised to, on different values. They say, women respect men and be submissive to men and all that other stuff. Some of that is just culture and a lot of how, some women and men are raised in different countries. And some of that is just simply because you paid the fee.
Is it ever too soon to receive a gift?
Absolutely not. You should come with a gift. Why not?
Really?
That's how you court. Yes, show up with a gift.
Okay, what's a respectable first date gift?
I mean, there's tons of designers, there's thoughtful things, there's plane tickets.
See, a lot of time we be wanting to cut that part out. You paid the fee. You paid. You paid for it. You understand? You flew over there, and it cost you $25 for that girl to do everything you wanted to do from the rooter to the tutor, and now you in love.
I mean, there's tons of designers, there's thoughtful things, there's plane tickets, there's just so many
Plane
ways.
tickets like you get flew out?
It'll be we, because I'll come with a team. But, there's just ways.
They was like, Cam, with your little cheap behind, don't just because you ain't spending it, that don't mean somebody else.
I mean, yeah, the right man. If people
Don't man it.
I'm just saying men have to date within their caliber. Like if it, if it makes sense, then that's where you meet the girl at. That's where you meet the woman at.
But you don't realize, you don't forgot that you fulfilling the need. She gonna take that $25 and she gonna split that up with her family. You know how far that money gonna go with her family. You know how many damn coconuts they been to buy. Her daddy been, he in the wheelchair and everything. He can't work. Her mama done got old. She got siblings and everything. They finna eat for months. You understand? And you ain't the only one. I'm not trying to downgrade nobody. I'm saying because there's women out there too who, there's men out there that you pay the fee.
Don't set me up with the expectation that you can't keep up.
You need to keep it up. That's the thing.
That's what she said.
I'm just saying you need to keep it up. There is no reason not to receive random gifts, random thoughtful things from
But does
your
it go
man.
both ways though?
I mean, it should start with...
That's a real mean.
Because it shouldn't start with the expectation of the woman courting. I'm not courting you. You need to court me.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Oh. Yeah. Not by choice, but, I respect him. It's all love. Like,
it's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended? Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. I had to make a decision.
You don't have a type, but you're drawn towards, I would use the word protectors. Some people may use the word gangster, thug, a little bit of a hard knock. If that's how, that's what the people will call it. But what makes you so attracted to, I would call them once again, protectors? Like guys that are a little bit tougher, guys that are a little bit rougher, guys that play in the street a little bit more than the others.
I don't think that that's what it is. I think that I see people past whatever other people think they are. And so if I like you or I love you, that means that I seen a really nice side of you. I mean, yeah, the right man. If people
Don't man it.
I'm just saying men have to date within their caliber. Like if it, if it makes sense, then that's where you meet the girl at. That's where you meet the woman at.
You pay the fee, of course. It's some people that they know they got that brain where they can just black out. They don't have to really feel nothing to treat you like they feel something. You paid the fee. You paid what it costs. So they gonna do whatever it is they do, and they gonna make you think that they like it.
Are they on a way or
You ever went to the strip club and the girl giving you the lap dance? She calling you daddy and rubbing on you and making you feel all good. But then when the song over, she turned around and
Is it ever too soon to receive a gift?
Absolutely not. You should come with a gift. Why not?
Really?
That's how you court. Yes, show up with a gift.
Okay, what's a respectable first date gift?
I mean, there's tons of designers, there's thoughtful things, there's plane tickets.
don't give up that chain. And she going on. She finna go on about her business.
Now he ended. Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. You know, I had to make a decision. That's my vibe though. Like I said, like I could have probably been in and out of like 4 or 5 other relationships. People would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever, and I just wouldn't speak on it. I just again like much love and respect to him, and just like he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing that we need to come to a common agreement with in the quote unquote black community, and that is that this is a post-shame society.
And I can't even get to the concept of somebody preaching and leading praise and worship with no stockings on, with thongy, stringy shoes on, and your legs all greased up. What kind of message are you trying to send us? Because to me, that looked like somebody that's got a spirit that ain't purged out in God. And any minute you can just go over in a corner to a deacon and just raise your dress up and hit it right there in the corner because you don't even have drawers on.
This is the lamenting of someone that probably grew up in the church and has seen the church change from essentially a place of worship to maybe something akin to the club, where young ladies are going there with ulterior motives, like maybe trying to seduce one of the men that are in the church or even trying to seduce the pastor. And so, welcome to post-shame. So how can you shame men in a society where the church has young ladies showing up with no undergarments on? You can't. And a comedian shaming guys for going overseas paying? You have to pay double, triple, quadruple at home. It's the expectation. And the young ladies have no bashfulness at all about just letting themselves be all the way out there.
What's the most guys you've had on your roster at one time before?
Probably like 7, not too much. Not
7?
Too much. Yeah. Okay, like I fought one day, like 2-3 hours later, I went to go see the next. That's not bad.
Okay.
It was my.
What, did you fuck him too, or what?
No, he just ate the though.
No.
Guess what? You gotta keep you something in the cuts. So I would say about 10. 30 plus.
You said 30 plus? What were their roles, the guys? Like, give me some of their roles.
They all pay for my nails, my hair, my makeup, you know. Got a gonna do stuff for the children. I got a food, got a money. It just varies.
I hate to break it to you, but if women don't lower their standards, they're going to die alone in their beautifully decorated homes with their best friends, plants, music, great support, delicious food, clean toilets, interesting books, belly laughs, colorful moo-moos.
As a man right now, it doesn't matter what you do, it's wrong. Like, if I'm kind and soft to my kids, then I'm gonna raise a son who is not gonna be masculine. If I'm hard on him and I scream, I'm creating trauma. There's no way for men in this world, it seems like, to exist without offending someone. And it just seems like that's becoming a trend where now more men is be like, you know what, I ain't gonna say or do nothing. And then women be like, well, the men ain't menin'. It's like, how do you want me to men when you're taking away my power to do anything? Had a conversation, this is a true conversation with a bunch of women who were single. And they were just like, DeVal, do you think you as a husband should be able to control where Kadeen goes? And I was just like, I don't think I should control, but I would like to know where she's going because I'm responsible for protecting her. And they were just like, well, you don't have to know where she's going to protect her. And I said, wait a minute, it's my job to protect you and you don't feel like you should tell me what you're doing? And they said, no. You had a bunch of women who are not in relationships with the overwhelming loud voice of, I should not have to do this, but you still have to do this for me. They're just saying, I'm a woman, I have my opinion. And I'm like, there should be a conversation here. It shouldn't be your way is the only right way and I have to cower because I'm a man and say no.
If you ever wonder why certain sports like soccer, football, football. American football, baseball, basketball are what men seem to care more about than sports like, say, figure skating or gymnastics. One reason is because we know the rules. We know that one team is going to end the game with more points than the other team, and that's the team that's going to win. And you'll often see the coach argue with the referee because the referee's supposed to know the rules and call the game fair. But what happens when you don't have any rules? Well, that's this modern society. And you can see the frustration. How am I supposed to define my maleness, my manhood, my masculinity when there aren't any rules except when I do something wrong, I get scolded for it. But I'm also being told what I'm supposed to do when I'm not doing something that you want me to do. And then you look at young ladies who have abdicated any kind of responsibility to anything other than I need to do what is going to make me the max happiest. And so you get Yo Gotti doing everything he can for Angela Simmons, and she's not interested in him. And she has a baby for a guy that was running the streets. But she sits on the interview with Cam Newton saying the kind of man that's going to date me needs to buy me gifts. Exactly what Yo Gotti did. She didn't choose him, though. So how exactly are you supposed to court her anyways? Even if you do the way she's telling you to, it's not going to work. And so how do you deal with an environment that's shameless with no rules? You don't. More and more men are choosing that because if there aren't any rules, then I'm going to be out no matter what I do. And I think it's certainly unfortunate for one, but two, it's too much headache to come home after work and have to jump through all of these hoops, all of these difficult things to try and find the right thing I'm supposed to do as a quote unquote man, which seems to change based on the people around you's feelings. And so guys are saying, if this is a shameless society that is going to essentially tell me to do whatever they want me to do, when they want me to do it, regardless of what time or what reason is based on their feelings, I just don't have time for that. But I'm sure a time is coming where when things get difficult enough, simple gestures of men saying, I care about you, are going to go back into being in style. But I don't think we're anywhere close to that in the West. Not now. Maybe it's going to take some time before young ladies realize that men's niceness is something to be valued after all. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.